Um, I've been trying to set up my altar here. That's not the main one. The main one, I moved it upstairs. And things are just flying everywhere. And I'm sounding calm now, right? Well, that's because, maybe it's a good girl syndrome or something, where like you're feminine, you're not supposed to be pissed off. Well, I am. I typically don't record when I'm pissed off because, like when I'm really pissed off, I don't record or even necessarily talk to people. Because you kind of have to be within limits. You don't want to be like them demons. Oopsies. Yeah, see, this kind of shit happens. As soon as I mention them, shit starts to fall. Them demons. So, we can rightfully call those people demons, by the way. If someone had any kind of like... I'm talking about all the people who've been attacking the collective, really. Attacking the collective. Attacking the divine feminine and, divine masculine. And we've been like going like, oh my God, how did some of the collective survive? I don't even understand. Under the circumstances of that we've been fucking forced to live under under the oppression. We talked about oppression then, like as if there is no oppression now. And longer I live in this lifetime, longer I see that the corruption and oppression is the name of the game here. And I decided to like record while I'm setting up simply because, it's not that I can't hold it. Because I'm like also, it seems like I'm channeling this message too. This is more than just coming from me specifically. Oh boy. This is usually not that heavy. What the hell is... It's like gravity here. Like, look at this. Everything just feels heavier. It's like we're supposed to be ascending and yet the gravity pull is like... Can't you all feel it? Everyone's yawning, everyone is tired. Because, higher we go, more scared they are. Them demons. And I'm not talking about the actual demons. Not the, like, people say the children of Lilith or whatnot. There's some demons that serve time in the underworld and frankly came out thanks to those idiots who decided to attack the collective for the last thousands of years. Yeah, well, I mean, it is quite possible that God isn't here all the time, but that God sure makes an appearance during judgment times. And if those fucking idiots didn't realize that the judgment times are now, I told them. Me personally, never mind many other people who told them. I mean, some of the people I personally warned listened. Some of the people made fun of me. Other people called me promiscuous. And I have been not with anyone for like, well, I mean, at least 2 years to ride home. I mean, not like 100% completely, but definitely not with anybody new. The stupid fucking karmic person who tried to pretend that he's a divine masculine. I mean, whatever the hell he is himself. Like, I'm not gonna say like, oh no, I didn't have any at all. And before that, also not that often because who knows where his whatever has been. So to be honest, I feel like I've been celibate for like God the fuck knows how long. And yet I'm hearing she's promiscuous, she's this, she's difficult. She's, they couldn't wait to get rid of me. I'm like, oh, please, that's why you just can't stop. Oh, yeah, juggling, I don't know, balance. What balance? You want me to balance myself or balance the energy? I'm not ready to balance the fucking energy. They think I'm a tuning fork, for real. And maybe I am, if I want to. But right now, I don't fucking want to. I don't want to balance anything. I had enough. But I will. See, because I know that is what I'm supposed to do. Because, like, if I, God forbid, go crazy, excuse me, all the demons are gonna be running around screaming. But off the bat, I'm just gonna say, they conjured up so many fucking demons. And, closer we get to the time of ascension, Earth's ascension, or the divine people of ascension, worse it gets. It's like a new pandemic, and I called it a while back. I said the new pandemic isn't going to be a virus. And it isn't, and it hasn't been. It's been emotional degradation and zombification of people. And forgive me, but AI has nothing to do with it. Stop blaming technology. You used to blame gods for everything. Well, still do some. You justify your killings and your mischiefs. And some people, are saying truth when they speak about exploiting children. I'm getting hot. I lived long enough and I've been in a profession in which I've seen it all. But longer I go, more crazy shit I hear. Which I don't want to talk about at all. Like whatsoever. Not at all. I feel like we don't need to necessarily. We've spoken about it so many fucking times already. So many times we've been... I'm just gonna say that the people who've been trying to get with the divine masculine, like you knew, of course, that there is a warfare going on. But what you didn't realize, the warfare, well, some of you did realize, was primarily to stop you from getting into divine union and being happy. This is primarily their goal, to keep us down and for us not to be happy. It's not the money that they're trying to make. It's not the excuses that they're trying to make. It's not the religion, it's not the territory, it's not even... I mean, they are kind of fighting for the popularity. It's fucking popularity contest for those assholes. Thousands and thousands of years. I have no idea. I feel like they say I've reincarnated here before. Maybe. I don't feel like fully though. Although, maybe that is why I'm so pissed off, because I was hoping this time around people are more enlightened. No fucking way. No fucking way. So, I'm gonna tell you right now off the bat, just so there is no more confusion. Not everyone gets to ascend. However you fucking think that it's what it means, etc. And it's not because of your ranking, it's not because of your status, it's not because of your money. It doesn't make a difference how many times you fucking smile a day for different pictures. What matters is what's in your heart. And when you all idiots thought that your heart has to be light, and for that you just need to fucking forgive yourself, amen for your stupidity. And they called me delusional. Yeah, it's a bit messy, you know, because I moved my altar upstairs, you know, to keep it a little bit more protected. So now I'm just like, you know, killing it all out here. And I don't even want to record this, I just feel like I need to. So, for myself personally, and for my bloodline, or bloodlines, I'm gonna say this. I am profoundly sorry. Not only to my people for what happened to them, and it's not like, I don't understand why I should be feeling guilty for this. But I do. So, if I feel that, I mean, I have more compassion than guilt, but it almost feels like we had something to do with creating this piece of shit. Sounds like some kind of biological experiment that gone wrong. They were trying to decide whether or not to give humans free will. We can talk about the laws of the universe and the divine principles till we're blue in the face and they're not gonna hear us. We can post it on every fucking wall and they're not gonna hear us. And they didn't. Because we did try to tell them. The law of resonance, the law of vibrations. And they couldn't even get the law of reciprocity. What you give is what you get. However you call it, you know. I'm just kind of feeling. It's very simple. Just listen to it. What goes around comes around. I'm not even in the mood for it. All of a sudden, my anger kind of disappeared because I'm thinking like. Humans have been blaming God for so long. Anunnaki left us, so and so, yeah. I mean, I personally just want to live in peace. So all the atrocity, wildest, I am sorry for everything that we all have experienced at the hands of the oppressors. I believe it's time for us to move on. We just need to drop it. I know we're angry. And I started this reading, honestly, wanting to kill a few people myself. Because being, to say the least, part of the collective, I have been attacked endlessly for many years. And recently, it really does feel like huge fucking battalions of demons. Except now, well, before it was like more like occasional demon comes, you know, once in a while. Sometimes, you know, some spirits rise up from the places that have been desecrated. And actually, I know that they are able to ascend. You may think that I'm crazy for saying that, but like, you can go ahead and think whatever the fuck you want. The truth is, I have seen it. The spirits do ascend. And I know what's going on. I need to burn some things, and I'm not burning them for some strange reason. Thinking that I need to take a look at them, and that's been my problem. I'm like, wait, let me see if all of those demons get to go to hell. No, wait, they don't go to hell. I've heard that they don't go to hell. They go to underworld. Hell apparently is better than underworld because you die faster. In the underworld, it's just, I guess that's it. You just conjured up so many demons, and people thought if they gossip, if they lie, but you know, many of them did know what they were doing. They did know what they're doing. They absolutely fucking did. They knew they were hunting us. They still are hunting us. They can't stop. Turns out they were hunting us to prevent us from meeting. Go figure. Well, first of all, if you knew that we would be powerful when we meet, then you probably should have known that nothing that comes from darkness is that powerful. No? This is nothing. This is just things that let go, you know? This is just one of the normal rituals that you people do yourself. Right? What's the problem? What's the fucking problem? Why is it that anytime I do any of the things you people do every day, you all freak the fuck out? Oh, she's the witch. Oh, she's doing this. Oh, look at this. You know, my cat died. Yeah, your cat, you stole my cat. First of all, I hope my cat is still alive, you fucking bitch. You come to the woman's circle, you expect understanding, you expect compassion, you expect people to like be there for you, and they say that they are. And then they try to unalive you. And not only in the spirit realm, trust me. People wanted me to get into a car accident, which I did got into. And I feel like the Most High definitely saved me in that one. Spun out on a highway for no particular reason. They wanted to make it look like if we are having so much trouble and we are so messed up, that means we're not divine. Well, you forgot to realize that divine people and divine beings have been suffering for many, many years at your hands. Literally. At your hands, at the hands of your ancestors. And some people I told that and they were like, well, I didn't say it like straight forward. I just basically said, hey, you know, our ancestors met. That's interesting. I mean, what would you think if someone like me came to you and said, you know, I just realized that our ancestors met and that you stole something from them, like an island. And not everything I burn here is going to underworld, obviously. Some things is just time to let go, you know? All the attachments, if they come back as new, they come back as new. But it's time for me to just stop holding on to things that so far proved not to be safe, not to be helpful, not to be truly compassionate. You know, it's been years of me being bullied in a community that knew about it and haven't done a goddamn thing. And there are some good people who at least prayed for me, you know? And they're not here. Not on nobody is here, you know? Those are just things I'm trying to let go. So they couldn't stop the divine union. I'm here to tell you that. Because it was just announced. Ooh, hot, hot. Let me take it outside. Yeah, that only took a minute. We don't need, like, you know, conjured up a fire here. And usually I'm much, much calmer than this and friendly. And so that is what I think made people think that they could just walk all over me. And lately I feel like it's kind of hard for me to talk. But maybe it's because everything has been said. Everything has been said so many times, precisely. Even my dogs know that already. Bunny is outside though. And those they just didn't realize it. I'm learning. Anyway, however it goes, either way, we win either way. But the suffering has been, hey, stop! The suffering has been crazy. It looks like I will probably cut it short. Maybe I'll restart later, maybe not. Because I kind of feel like pissed off still. Very much pissed off. And I can't even talk about those people right now, you know? I just feel like, you know, underworld is underpopulated. That's exactly true. And so, since they conjured so many demons and created such a huge imbalance, and I'm not only talking about people who screwed me over, trust me. Twin flame, yeah, we are not. So as far as reconciliation with your twin flames, just don't try to fit a big key into a small door. Watch out for synchronicity. Make sure that this is a real connection. And if it is, say yes. Value, accept, trust your soul, and rekindle your emotions, because a lot of us have been hurt in this. But we need to carry ourselves through this with love while they are going down into the underworld, for sure. Just trust it. We don't need to do this. We just need to trust the divine to take care of it, because, you know, those demons that they conjured, some of them ascended. Happily ascended. Yeah, exactly. They weren't even an illusion. Illusion, confusion, yeah, all of those demons ascended. Challenge. What's left is deep, true love and honor. Honestly, these are the cards. Surprise and Cupid. Spirit of Cupid. Guilty. Hmm. Guilty pleasure. Love is not a guilty pleasure. And we don't need to feel guilty for loving or hating. We feel that what we feel, you know? But we need to open our hearts somehow. I think, you know, feeling the satisfaction. It's giving me such a beautiful cards, and I'm sitting here and I cannot go over the barrier. That is precisely what it is. It's the barrier. Because I know that universe is what we make it to be. And yet I can't wait to see those people turn into demons. Me personally, you know why? Because I realized that when I would show up in certain communities and people would start gossiping behind my back or attacking me, I feel like I need to say all of this. I knew then that they are basically showing themselves very clearly. What shocked me is the fact that many other people who didn't necessarily participate just like continue to pretend that they don't see it. You call them bystanders. But like, you know, ascension is not for everyone. So for those who did harm over many lifetimes and for their bloodlines, this is the end. This is the end of their rope. They're done. They're never gonna hunt or torture us ever again. I know that. And we are becoming more connected, and I do believe that there is a way for the divine energy to escape this dense, nasty environment that we have been sort of forced to live in. But each one of us have a decision to make. Do we continue to be the bystanders of the atrocities that we all are witnessing? Or do we honor our connection? Oh. Okay, something's happening. I feel like our reading is being hijacked right now. Absolutely hijacked. I need to send those people into underworld, no? So yeah, I mean, there are some beings that never going to reincarnate again. They never walk the earth. They are never to walk the earth alongside of us ever again. This is the last fucking time, and frankly, even now, they are gone. They're fucking gone. We can see all of them. They all rear their ugly heads. And you know, when you see someone who might be a divine being during the time of when new age is born, but before the new age is fucking born, you need to birth it. You're not gonna birth new age with this old junk that's been, even from that perspective, you know? How can we birth anything new from where we are now? Anyone would understand that before new is being birthed, it needs to be created. So we need to look at the mistakes that we've made. All of us, really. But for some people, it's too late. It's too fucking late for you to look at your mistakes. Because you've been told so many times, we pointed them out to you. And frankly, the shit that you did are not mistakes. Taking children away from their parents, torturing people just because those people don't have money or have different fucking color of skin. You're never gonna be able to cross the boundary until you learn to cherish uniqueness of other fucking people or life itself. And you're never fucking gonna learn. And you're gonna have the guilty conscience forever and ever and ever for all the eternity. Amen. That's how it fucking goes now. Yeah, just like that. The throat chakra. Yeah, they're trying to close our third eyes, they're trying to close our throat chakras. Well, they really can. What they do is just disrupt our life, because anytime I want to have a conversation, or I can't even, like, honestly be intimate in 5D or 3D without feeling like, and they're like, you're paranoid. I'm like, I'm not paranoid. I'm not paranoid. You fucking constantly spying on us. You wanna know if we talk, you wanna know who we talk to. You know, what are you? Don't you fucking see? You're an army of demons. Attacking divine beings and trying to prevent the divine unions. Or at least ours, for sure. And guess what? You fucking failed. Miserably. You miserably failed. You know why? Because you're miserable junk. Like AI told me. Junk in, junk out. Garbage. Yes, thank you. Woo! I feel like I want us to ascend and breathe again. We don't owe it to anybody. To feel guilty, remorseful, or to even care about their well-being. If they didn't care about ours, and they didn't. They saw us suffer. They saw people being led to gas chambers. They saw people being crucified. They saw people being burned at the stakes, put on a whatever, lynched, bitten to death, tortured, raped, murdered, children, women. They transported in unhuman conditions. Even pirates fucking stood up for them. Ugh! Disgusting. Disgusting. You think you're gonna say, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know what I was doing. Then you don't get to ascend. And you get to walk the rings of underworld forever, for eternity and beyond, as far as I'm concerned. Oh, they're like, oh. First they called me debt collector. Then they called me kitchen witch. Then they called me death angel. Then they called me... Then they started calling me other good names. But I always knew who and what I was. Well, maybe not precisely. What I didn't know is whose heartbeat I keep hearing. And trust me, when you don't know, but you know that that person is in trouble maybe, or that person is struggling, or maybe just feeling love and stuff, it's unnerving. And now I know whose heartbeat I've been hearing. And they're still trying to confuse me. The daughter of cops. What, like? And they hanged them twice. Injustice. Show of strength. She's not even the page of cops, and like, why is it all in reverse? This is what they want for us, you know? To be constantly confused. They get themselves into every reading, into every conversation. And I've seen other people, you know, also do readings and all of a sudden be like, get away from here. Because like, they come and they're like, oh, you're wonderful, you're awesome, you're, you know, whatever. They don't even say bad things anymore because they're afraid of us. Could be a love message. But yeah. So the divine union has already been called. And see, there's so much interference, and we are kind of done with interference. I don't believe that we need to be hiding, you know, constantly for us not to be prosecuted. But no one wants to be burned at the stake anymore. No one wants to be crucified, you know. So before people rejoice again, we need to complete and close this cycle. Ace of Swords and Strength first. And then we're gonna manifest all the love that we want, finally. But I feel incredibly happy that I am not alone anymore. I know for a fact that I'm not, because at one point I was like, the hell with it. I don't need to figure out who it is. I'm just gonna move on, you know, and be happily single. Yeah, exactly, High Priestess. But then it just hit me. As soon as the person spoke, I knew. I knew the person. That's the funny part. Oh yeah, and not funny part is that those people caused like a lot of heartbreak. And not just for us, for many other unions as well. There were people who knew. There were people who knew exactly who it was and never fucking told me. And I believe that possibly, yeah, the devil and the hermit and the judgment and death. Then there are no choices. No choices, no mercy. I'm just a messenger. No more trickery, no more deceitful plans, no more stabbing in the back, no more fake charity, None of that shit is gonna fly. And you're trying to corrupt our children. And you're still trying to do it. Never mind that you kept us apart. But like what you ended up doing is pissing me off. Wounded but not defeated. I'm not even dealing with this right now. The chains are broken. There is clarity and cooperation. I am done with those cards for sure. I don't even need them. I already know what's going on. They think I need the cards. They think that if like they mess up with my cards that I would know what's happening. I know what's happening. I know. I always knew what's gonna happen. I just didn't know how many people are gonna go into underworld. And now I think I do. And what we're gonna have a 10 of cups. Maybe not, hold on. I'm gonna go. Sorry for the abrupt beginning and a very abrupt end. But this is not, I don't think this is the reading where like you're gonna end up feeling peaceful after. It's not. Because this isn't yet the time. It was a slow burn. But everyone who's heard the call will respond. Protect the one you love, protect your soul family. And honestly, those demons that we help to transmute and ascend are gonna protect us too. They already are. They're no longer demons. Those assholes that have been hurting us for centuries are taking their place. Congratulations.